Hey everyone, my name is Erika McLean and I am a realtor at Simply South Realty in New Brockton, Alabama, and we service the Wiregrass area. Today we are going to discuss the steps to home ownership, especially if you're a new person. You may definitely want to watch this video, and I don't go into any enormous detail just because you will get bored and you will run. Or you may just be scared after I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. This video is really to make you not afraid to purchase a house. It is scary. You're signing away your life, right, for this large investment. And I'm here to tell you that it should not be that scary. And if you're unsure of the steps, I will be here to guide you, maybe make you feel a little bit better about the process, and start a new chapter in your life. So if you are ready, we will begin. Okay, the first thing you want to do as a new home buyer, or really any home buyer in general, is to first get pre-qualified. So you would need to go to a mortgage loan officer, one of your choice, someone you trust. If you don't have one, reach out to family and friends. Most realtors have kind of a list of lenders in the area that they can provide for you, and you can go through and interview, or just call these different lenders up and speak to them. But you do want to go through that pre-qualification. Now, that's not saying that you're getting a loan. When you go and you get pre-qualified, you're giving the lender just enough information to kind of make a good judgment that you are a good candidate for a loan. If you're paying with cash, guess what? You don't have to go through this process. You are lucky. But most regular people, we have to get loans. Unfortunately, we didn't have a rich uncle, but that's okay. Anyway, but you do want to get pre-qualified first, because there's nothing worse than going and looking at all these houses and you're getting excited. And then we're like, okay, we got to go get you a loan now. And you find out you don't qualify. And if you're married and you haul the wife along with you, she's going to cry and she's going to be upset. And there could be divorce attorneys involved at this point. Just kidding. But it's something you don't want to go through. You definitely want to go get pre-qualified. You're going in strong and you're saying, with this little pre-qualification letter, I have, people who have faith in me, and they're saying they're going to give me $150,000 to buy this house, or they think that they can. And it's just a good feeling just to know that you're at least pre-qualified, and assuming between then and the time of closing you've not done anything crazy like gone out and bought a boat or a car. You need to check out my credit do's and don'ts. But pending that you've not done anything crazy in between, and you followed what your mortgage loan officer says, you are good to go. Step 2, that is simply where you and your realtor, you're going out and you are hunting down houses, and you are trying to find the one that is the perfect fit for you and your family. And once you find that house, you get to put in an offer. It is exciting. Just putting it in to see what the other person is going to come back with. The seller is the other person, and just kind of, going the back and forth, negotiating. That is the exciting time in the contract part. It can be a little stressful, but in general, your realtor will take care of you and get all the contract, the paperwork, go through everything that you are signing, and explain the contract terms to you and what you decide that you want to put in there. Okay. Step 3. That is where the seller accepts your contract. We have a contract that is signed by you and by the seller, and you are now officially in what they call escrow, or simply you got a contract on the house. Escrow's the fancy term for it. Step 4. This is where you actually submit your loan application to the lender, And it's a little bit more in depth than the pre-qualification, because they're going to ask you for all of your personal information and your finances, and that's where they do all the gathering and putting the big puzzle together. Step 5, this is going to be kind of on the lender's part. We're kind of taking a back seat. Once you have that contract in and all of the wheels are in motion, this is going to be the part where the lender is really taking over. So they will start to order title and get the appraisal ordered on the home to make sure that it will appraise for the amount that you've offered. So we can go into the what if it doesn't appraise, what happens then, what doesn't happen. I'm not going to do that in this video, but in general, the next step is going to be the lender is going to order that appraisal and the title work, making sure title is okay. Number 6, this is going to be where your lender gets all of the information back, the title work, and the appraisal, and they're going to send this off to underwriting. Those are the mysterious people that exist out there, right, with the mortgage company. But they're going to gather all of that information and send it to underwriting. Once they get it back and everything looks good, all of that information is going to be your W-2s, income, credit scores, all of that information that they've been collecting on you. Bank statements, forgot about that. They'll collect like the last 3 months of bank statements, and just pretty much everything about you. They're going to ask all kind of stuff, and that is the tedious part of it. I have done this several times before. It's just part of the mortgage loan process. You got to remember, lenders are giving you a lot of money, so they want to make sure that you're good for the money, right? But they're going to gather all of that and they're going to send it on to. Next step is number 8. So once everything has been sent to underwriting, they look at everything. They're like, oh, this person looks good. We're going to give them this money and send them on their way, right? Underwriting is the last stop. So I always tell my people, again, make sure you check out my credit do's and don'ts video. But underwriting is kind of like the last hurrah as far as the home buying process. Once you get through the underwriting, because they're the ones that look at everything with a fine-tooth comb before they give the final yes that you are approved. So, during this time, it's not ever good to run out and get credit cards or buy huge purchases without first going and speaking to your mortgage loan officer or your lender, because when it gets to underwriting and they see that you've gone out and made some very large purchase, red flags are flying everywhere, penalty, don't do that. But yeah, that's your underwriting. But once you get to underwriting, everyone just kind of goes, oh, we're here. It's a good feeling to get to underwriting, promise. All right, the next stage that we get to after underwriting, all of your loan documents are ready. They are going to be sent to the closing attorney and ready for you to come in and to get everything signed. And at the final, the closing, that's where you and the seller will get together. They will sign over the house to you, and you're going to sign all of your loan documents there at closing. So it's always important that you are there, even if you're out of town and you're buying and you don't want to show up for closing, or maybe there's a reason why you can't. It's always told clients, if you can be there at closing, please be there. It is so important. Again, you're making a financial commitment, on a large scale. So I think, being there in person when you can is so important. I understand circumstances, may not grant you that ability, and that's okay, but it is at all possible. If you can be there, it's great, because you get your keys and you get to walk out of there with your keys and walk into your new house and just start your new journey. So That last step, and I've kind of combined 3 different things together, is getting the loan documents to the closing attorney, you going in and you sign the paperwork, you get your keys, and you are on your way. Okay, that's it for the steps to purchasing a home. I think I may have said there were 10 or there were 11, and I think there at the end, I just threw like 2 or 3 steps together, just to kind of maybe shorten the video up a lot. I speak too much, so I was trying not to talk too much and just be short and to the point. Anyway, if you have questions on the home buying process, please feel free to ask, send me email, text, and I will make sure that I get back to you. Guys, don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would like to see other videos that I halfway produce. And till next time, see you guys later.